Welcome back, everybody. We are back with Robotech, the MACROSS SAGA role-playing game. I'm Lucas of Lucasgvariety here with all my great friends, and today is our session number 7 of our season number 2, and it is Friday, September the 4th, 2020. It's already September. Can't believe it. This year is flying by. First crazy as it is. Anyways, we're back. We're ready to have some more fun, more drama, and more murdering from our great RM, Harukajunko. Just so you know, we've upgraded a little bit. Look at 3rd Lieutenant Melody Jacobs down there. Yeah, woot woot. Going up in rank. And then also, way over here past the captain, just to his left or right, whatever direction he's looking. And we got a little bit of cheer bidding that you can do to affect the game. If you want to pile on and screw us over, go for it. GM advantages cap at 3 per the Tice the Betrayer rule. Always and forever. Tyson Betrayer.
Forever the Tice rule shall reign.
It's right.
We need, I need to actually make a plaque that says, that lists the Tice rule, and then I need to send it to Lucas to post somewhere.
I do it a bit. But anyway, enough out of me. I talked too much already. I'm going to send it right upstairs to this guy, and we'll get started.
I am the Robotech Master Harukajunko, and I am back here again, the GM for a wonderful cast. But I'm going to immediately pass it straight back, as we had a pre-discussed scene that needed to get handled. So, Fayt, Lucas, Lucas, you are still in the hospital. It's been about a day. You are... Oh god, I can hear myself. Oh god. I thought I muted the... I thought I muted the stream. I didn't. Oh god.
I've done that,
but no,
so many times.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here in this horrible voice, like, what is that grating noise? Oh, that's my voice.
Yeah, it's like, oh, Tori arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Are you my
But,
conscience?
Who are you kidding? He doesn't have one of those.
Oh,
I don't have one of those.
ouch.
But no, you're still in the hospital. You're feeling better. Things have gone slightly more normal. The damage outside the city is still there, but it is not as bad as it had been in the previous day. People have been working to fix things, and you're just at this point they've actually got you like handcuffed to the
What?
the bed at this point.
Why?
Because you keep getting up and keep bothering people.
I just kept pushing the button all the time to call the nurse in. Like,
They've hung it over the hand that's handcuffed, so you actually have to really work for it.
and I think because I was being lazy and not shaving my face, so I think actually his facial hair is at least this long at this point, which we've never seen before. He's never had. He's always been clean shaven, and now he's just kind of like, well, raggedy like this is. It's nasty.
I'm an old man.
Can you at least give him a safe word?
They're trying not to make
broccoli.
They use the word celibacy as the safe word. He'll never say that.
He doesn't know that word. Give him something that's easy.
You must whistle in German. No.
That sucks for you. But
Wait.
yeah. So I'm just gonna kind of lead you two to your scene.
I always roped into his crap.
I don't know. He said he wanted to do a scene with you, so I just said sure.
Out of character, we both agreed to this. In character, probably not.
I plead that I was forced.
Get out of here. We've built some drama for the last season and a half, so only but anyway, so I think if I'm handcuffed to the bed, I guess I have no other choice. Like, that's where the scene is.
Yeah.
I know
I will find this very amusing.
He's been calling for Jacobs to bring him soup. That's been his only major request for the last few days, because he's had, 20 different Spanish soap operas? And
yeah, now they've decided to spice it up. Now you're getting the German soap operas.
The same exact soap opera is just really badly dubbed in German.
And it sounds angry all the time.
So it's
that's a normal soap opera.
It's the Hispanic people's soap operas I've seen. They've already memorized in Spanish, but now it's in German.
See, now the subtitles are in Spanish because it's dubbed in German.
I love you, Angela.
Buenos noche. No, that's good night. Buenos Aires?
Lamenwerfer.
They're shutting Lampenboomer.
Oh, gee. Anyway, yes, I'll I probably gotten bugged from someone that you've been bothering them, so I'll show up with soup. Your favorite, whatever that may be.
And you enter the room, and it's very much a normal hospital room. It's the same one you guys dropped him off in. It's just now he's handcuffed to the bed.
And I'm like,
And the sounds of German, Spanish soap operas is on.
I was thinking I need to back out slowly from this room.
until Archie looks at it, he's like, buenos dias, señora. ¿Cómo está? Yes? Wait. English. Jacobs. Hi.
Hi. What the heck are you doing?
I can't quite reach my face with my comb. As you see, they've handcuffed me to the bed, and not in the way that I like. Oh, dang it. I dropped it again. Nurse! Door's already probably closed. I don't know.
Yeah, no, yeah, the door is closed, although I'm thinking that was probably a bad idea with this scene coming in here.
Oops, let me get my notes up here.
Did they give me a key, maybe, to his handcuffs? Or is he not allowed?
I mean, you can probably go ask for it.
Yeah, I'll just slowly go to the door and...
Wait, no.
Yeah.
Don't leave. Don't leave. Just got.
I'm not leaving.
No.
Just okay. I'll open the door and hold on to it and just lean out and give someone the key.
Yeah, one of this older Spanish nurse comes through and she's like, "Do you need something?"
Yes, the key to his handcuffs.
Oh, yeah, and she'll like dig around and she'll hand you like a small key and it'll be like, yeah, he was pressing the clicker because he was bored.
I don't blame you. I'll cuff him back up when I leave.
Thank you. And she'll go about her duties somewhere else.
All right.
Oh
I'll
boy.
come over and uncuff you from your bed.
Oh. Wow, I don't believe you came and brought soup and
I told you
uncut.
were being annoying, and I had to.
Well, those things are all true. It worked though. Wearing them
Getting hot
down.
soup plopped in your lap.
Okay. I'm like, oh man, if it spilled, I probably should roll. No, catch this time like cream of mushroom. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, well, Jacobs, I heard that you're keeping Silver Squad was intact between you and Chuck, keeping everybody alive.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like, not their. Yes. Never mind. Keeping them alive.
Would I have heard RM if she got a promotion? Is that any kind of water cooler talk that would have passed by, or is that something too recent?
I don't think that anyone would have told you just yet.
Okay.
Unless, everyone else has been kind of busy with reconstruction and everything that they probably haven't gotten down to you yet. Also, Mecha, your face has been replaced by a Veritech.
That is kind of funny.
I am the Mecha Meme.
Okay.
Okay, Jetin.
Alternatively, or a Veritech.
Let me see. I'm gonna move our notes up to the conversation here. Okay. So I was like, well, I don't know what to say. I usually have something smart to say, but I've had too much time and too much Spanish to have any type of wise ass comments right now. I think I'm getting out of here soon.
Well, I'm sure there's probably someone happy to see you.
Yeah, you obviously, because you came all the way here, right? I'm happy to see you.
I'm happy to see you're not dead.
He's just like boing, like his eyes just like light up. He's like, wow, that's the nicest thing you've said to me since like Ontario, I think.
You have to keep bringing that up.
Why wouldn't I bring? You know what? He's like, What is it about Ontario and you not liking when I say that?
I would rather not remember it and just stay how things are.
I'm sure you don't remember. You were, I think, in the blackout darkness. I mean, I was practically there myself.
Yes, and you took full advantage of that, didn't you?
What? I mean,
Your
okay,
face
wait. I was like, it's even hard to act. I'm just like, he's like, wait, what? Let's go back. Let's go back. So Ontario, graduation day from the academy, flight school, top of the class, both of us, and all of our cadet friends, right?
Yeah.
We all went out for drinks and celebrations. We were chumming it up pretty good. I mean, you were the first girl I've ever had the nerve to talk to. As you might not remember this, Jacobs, but I'm a shy young guy. I don't talk to women ever.
So that's how you get them into bed, huh?
Ow! No, I'm a ludicrous maniac lecher. That because of you, actually. I was a nice guy until you.
How is this turnaround on me?
Okay. You really don't remember?
I remember waking up after you were. You know what? I'm gonna leave now.
No. Wait. Let's just give me 5 minutes to explain myself. Let me tell you what I remember. You tell me what you remember. We'll meet in the middle. I didn't do anything wrong. Okay, give me 1 second. He's like eating the soup real fast. He's like, oh, gosh, it's so good. Olias, mios. All right. So we were out with all the cadets, and then you and I split off and had our own party. We went to another bar or something, right? We drank a lot. You drank a lot. Probably because you're the ace pilot. I mean, I was an ace pilot, but you were like the ace pilot. You could fly anything better than anybody. And we celebrated, and then we got a hotel, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you remember that when we got up there before the party could continue, trying to be as discreet as possible, you got real sick. You know, wine, tequila, whiskey, beer? Gosh, we were stupid.
We don't need to discuss all the stuff that led up to everything. I woke up
That wasn't
naked in bed.
Yes, I know. And so did I. Wait, no, that doesn't come out right. Listen. You were sick. I got sick because you got sick. But you got sick all over yourself. All over me. The bathroom. You don't remember that? You not remember that? Well, the reason that you were not clothed is because you were covered in all the drinks we had that night. And so I did my best to be a gentleman, wash you up and clean you up, not look at anything, and tuck you in for night-night. I swear. That's all that happened.
You could say that, but how you act with everybody else, I don't really believe that.
I've never dated a girl before you. Not one. I was kind of a loser. A big nerd. I studied aerodynamics and, all that, rocket science. I was a geek.
So, you're telling me that nothing happened, and I'm the reason that you're a horrible little lecher now.
Yeah, okay, so I was messy too. I was in the buff. I wrapped myself up in the shower curtain, whatever, and I passed out. I woke up and you were gone. So maybe you think I did something horrible? I did not. I thought, like, well, I tried my best to be a gentleman with you. I guess that didn't work. Is this how women are? I mean, I had no experience, so I went the other direction. I played myself off as Mr. Confident and Mr. Player because I guess that's what women like. I don't know. I mean, I'm only like 25 now. Looking back on it, I was pretty dumb and young and dumb.
Why are you telling me now? You could have like told me earlier.
I never.
But you've had many years trying to create the story.
What do you mean? You woke up and I mean I woke up and you were already gone, so you already assumed something bad happened. And I'm lucky you didn't murder me, I guess, or turn me in. And I didn't see you until the SDF won. I didn't see you until like another 3 or 4 years.
There are ways to communicate.
I don't know. I guess I'm sorry. I was as much of a gentleman as I could be. I was not bad. But you shouldn't have assumed anything either at the same time, at least without talking to me.
What did you think? I mean, it's not like I had been sleeping around and wake up naked next to someone.
That's what they do in the movies. I don't know.
This isn't a movie.
This is not a movie. I know. This is real life. I understand. But this stitches out. Anyway, he reaches for the red button instinctively, and he pulls back. No, don't handcuff me again. He's like, no. Long story short, I'm sorry if we misunderstood all these years and I acted like a jerk. That night changed me. I was crushed. Okay, I was crushed. I thought we had something, and then you abandoned me and were gone, and never spoke to me. I guess that's it. And then so I changed into someone else that's not really me. And so when you came back into my life, I just kept being that same person. I didn't know you thought that. But I swear, I was never that kind of person.
Well, can't say that I really believe you right now, but it would make some sense.
It should. What the heck? Oh. Sorry.
But I'll think about it.
Mike is. Tice the Betrayer with 200 cheer bits. So that's one for the
400.
June.
That's 200 donations. So 2 GM yum yums for this game too.
What?
Oh no.
Thanks, Tice. Tice rules in full effect. Anyway, so sorry, I was turning off the music because I heard music and I was like, that's not the right music. But Mike's playing music, so I got distracted. Sorry, scene. Anyways, you what did you say, Jacobs? You said I don't know if I believe.
I said I don't know if I can fully believe you right now, but I'll have to think about things.
All right, I'm sorry that's what you thought. All right, I thought. Thank you, Soundwavesghost, for the 100 cheer bits to give us one for the bank as well. Thank you, or 2 for the bank. Whatever it is.
Players.
Yeah, for the players.
Anyway,
Thank you.
Yeah, the cat's out of
Thank
the
you.
bag now that she thinks that he is a horrible person.
Well, we knew that already, didn't we?
The horrible
Now you know why.
So yes, and he's like, "All right, I guess I can't make you believe me. I was asking you to think about what I said. I didn't know you had that misunderstanding all these years, and I'm sorry. I will. I'd like I said, I have a lot of time to think, and that you came here and that we talked about this. I will do my best to show you who I am. Dang it! That means I'm gonna have to be like a normal person or something. I don't know. Anyways, he's like, "Thanks for the soup. I love it."
You're welcome. I'm sure. What's the Russian lady's name?
Danilovna.
I'm sure Danilovna wants to see you too.
Who? Oh. Well, I think it's kind of like he was after her, but it's probably because Jacobs was always unavailable. But now that they've had this close conversation, he's totally infected with Jacobs again. You can just tell. He's like, yeah. Of course, we're hot right now. Yeah, absolutely, we're totally going steady or something.
Well, I'm sure she'll be happy to know you're on the mend then.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure she will.
Oh, Votermo, friend. Votermo.
I think that's.
I said I'd cuff you back up when I left. So
I always hope that was something that you would. You know what? Never mind. Just look back. Go ahead.
don't test me right now.
I caught okay, I've had years of practice. I caught myself. I stopped. Here, he clicks one arm on himself. He's like, Go ahead. I ain't gonna fight.
All right. Yep. Eat. I'm gonna take the container. Are you done with the soup?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna take the container and pause for a second, and you'll get a little kiss on the temple. And I'm glad you're feeling better. Leave very quickly.
He's just like his eyes are just he's like just staring straight ahead like,
Watch your soaps.
dang it. I totally should have peed first, but ugh. I think that's good. I don't know.
And end scene.
And we didn't even have a drama built. We didn't have an actual mechanical drama built for this, and we just
No, we didn't.
did
yeah.
it. I don't know. But
does Melody Jacobs think that he is not a terrible person now, or does she still think he's a terrible person, possibly?
She always kind of wondered if she wasn't quite. If she didn't have the whole story, but I mean, come on, it's what do you want the girl to think when you wake
Yeah.
up like that?
Well, hey, no, I was just asking because you do still think that is a problem between the two of you. We can always add another drama.
No, she'll think about it, but she does think that he's a little lecher. Whether
Well,
he did anything or not. He's been after women for years.
Yeah, but in that case, we're gonna switch views over to the captain for a quick minute, as you're getting a report of Captain. We seem to have found something when we were down checking out a small hull breach in one of the exterior areas that's unused.
Be be more specific.
It looks
I
like
found
some
something in my pockets when I put them on.
well, sir, it seems to be some sort of pod or something.
Lock
It
down
doesn't
the
look like it
area.
could fill. It doesn't look like it could fit any one of the aliens. So
Let's not put that out of our minds yet, gentlemen. Lock down the area. See if we can figure out if anything came and went from that area.
understood. Well, we already locked down the area, and we're investigating the nearby area for signs of that or such.
Roger. As soon as you feel it's safe for other people to be there besides security, get one of the scientists down there to examine the pod.
Understood. And the random marine salutes, and he walks off, and one of your bridge crew just goes, "Do you really think that there's that the aliens could really just shrink down like that?" Because he said it wasn't big enough for them, so how do you think they fit in it? Did they just are they actually goo monsters or something that one old movie?
After we teleported halfway across our known galaxy, ladies, I've stopped believing anything is impossible until it's proven to be impossible yet again.
That's fair. And today, bridge staff is actually fairly light, mostly centered around unnamed fill-ins for people today. The others having filed off for this day to go shopping.
Ooh, shopping. The shopping episode off screen.
Shopping episode off screen. And also, Alex Matz, where would you be?
What time of day is it?
No, we're gonna say it's about 2 o'clock.
Then I'm probably in the studio doing something, probably fiddling around, trying to remember more of that damned song.
Mm-hmm. That song that's just on the edge of your brain. You can almost hear it.
Yep.
Well, for the most part, you're just in there. Do you have the door open or closed?
It's probably
the main
open to
bridge?
crack. You can probably just hear a little bit of strumming coming through, just sort of random snippets of
All right.
sort of little bits of music that don't really go together. They don't make much sense. It's sort of like what you imagine would be somebody would be playing while they're thinking and not paying much attention to what they're doing. That's more or less it.
All right. Well, so far today has been pretty light on communications needs since, everything's still, up in the air after the last encounter. Escort patrols or escorts for cat's eyes and stuff have been basically tripled or quadrupled at this point. I'm assuming, right, Captain?
You're muted.
Say again?
I said, would you have stepped up the escorts for Cat's Eyes that need to go out for
Yes.
scanning? Okay, yeah,
They would not go out in anything less than 3 planes.
okay.
Basically, a half a flight.
All right. So yeah, they brought out half flights for this stuff, and most you're getting back is occasional board pilot reports, serious pilot reporting, and by the numbers pilot reporting, and then that one jackass who's like, "Oh man, there's nothing over here. Let's just go home already."
And then some guy was like, "Oh, there's a whole fleet." I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there's that one guy who immediately you hear him go, "Oh God, what?" As you then hear his commanding officer having smacked him with with a Veritech hand.
There's like a speck upside the head sensor.
Yeah. But for the most part, it's been kind of a drab and boring day. Which
We have, like,
looking back at the past couple of days,
it's just a normal day.
something good. But with that, we're gonna slip on over to Mr. Jodo, Mr. Russian. What would you be doing about
So
2:30 on Friday night?
well, that depends. I got a couple questions for the Robotech Master since I
Oh
am
man.
catching up.
Oh man.
So one, has anything been done with our large guest that we pulled in the last session I was here?
Nope. You occasionally hear reports coming down the enlisted grapevine of those who are put in front to guard it that he is very loud and obnoxious.
Okay. So then the second question I have would be posed to Captain Colors because I can't remember, because I know Ivan offered some information prying services. Did Captain Colors ever authorize that?
Not without him present. Basically, he wants to sit on the top of your monster as you walk in the room with it. He actually drew a doodle.
So
'Cause
okay.
He pilots one, so he knows exactly where he can sit safely on the top of it as you walk in.
So um so okay. So probably then there would, as whatever Captain Colors was doing, there'd probably be a little chime or whatever on the call pad then.
Boop! You see his face. He's on the bridge. All the doodly bobs blinking.
Yeah.
Fancy tech lights that don't actually do anything.
Captain?
Ivan. Sorry. Major Ivan.
Fair enough, I suppose. But when ready, when you are.
I'll be on my way. I'll meet you nearby.
All right. And so you both gonna head there right away?
Yes, and
Okay.
and I will leave I will leave my monster in control of. I imagine Captain Colors is coming in with his own monster crew, but I will leave my monster crew under the command of Lieutenant Danny Lovna, and instead Ivan's going to be piloting a Spartan
Mm.
because he's going to need hands.
All right. So Danny Love nods and is like, do you want us to get it up and running and get over there, Cap? Sir.
Yes, bring monster in. You and Captain Colors' team will be providing Overwatch just in case he gets uppity. So
And then she nods and goes and rounds up two people to pilot the monster. And eventually, you all will arrive there with arrive at the warehouse on the outside of the town that had been used for storage for a little while and is now technically being used for storage of a different kind, namely one giant centrality.
Perishable storages.
Mhm.
Just written on it. Perishable storage. Ignore the noise.
That's don't you know that's the that's the bananas. That's
Yeah,
what bananas do when they're left alone.
it's really loud. Saying things. Microdose.
Mm,
Why do
When
they
you
sound
get-
so tinny? Don't worry about it. Bad translation.
So
But when you get there, there's two tomahawks outstanding guard, both having been ready with their rather heavy weapons just in case this guy decided to break out or something. But as you get there, they the pilots they kind of look over and they kind of have their mecha nod a little bit as they one of them comes over the radio to you. Captain Colors, sir, do you want us to open the door?
Go ahead, gentlemen.
Understood. And one of them will they'll both kind of step to the side and kind of motion to two guys on the ground who start opening the doors wide. And inside the rather dark and dreary warehouse, outside of a well, you would normally this would be the single light shining down on a guy, but unfortunately he's a lot larger than the light, so they have like four lights there for doing that.
And imagine he's been in here, he could just be like, snap.
Yeah. And your monster starts moving through, and the other and where are you having Denny Loveness monster stand around?
so the Russian monster is going to be inside off the side of the door, just kind of being door muscle.
All right.
So basically, two monsters are being kind of door muscle, but my cockpit pops open as soon as I get in position.
Yep. And your the monster crew with yours is has the weapons trained on this big guy, and he looks rather disheveled. His uniform has been stripped down to the bare necessities of what his original uniform was. It's a rather sleek fitting bodysuit, it looks like, but besides that, they've stripped off the armor plating that's on his armor, and he's just kind of and is once rather good, or rather when it came in, his rather well done up hair has been more frayed and disheveled, as if he hasn't he hasn't gotten a shower recently or anything.
Which he shouldn't be able to because we don't have a shower big enough.
No, unfortunately they do not, and they offered a hose and he just screamed at them.
I mean, it's understandable.
So
And he
Yes.
kind of just sees the door open up, and you kind of see him shut his eyes a little bit. And the way that they have him here is more or less they've chained him to the ground in somewhat of a more or less his knees and legs are on the ground. He's been kind of folded down like a hamburger, with the chains coming up and over him to hold him down as best as possible.
okay, so we have him chained kneeling.
Yeah. So if he tries to go for something, it'll be a little harder for him, and it'll be at least noticeable. It does look like he's been definitely trying to struggle, and the door guards do tell you that they have had to go in there several times to warn him that struggling is against the rules, and that yelling death to Micronians is not the safe word.
So
The opposite.
But he just kind of looks up and he goes, "So you Micronians finally come to talk to someone of superior quality than you."
so so Colors, you get a little I imagine just a direct communication from Ivan's like, let me take points. If you want certain questions, feed it through me, so that way then it's unified front.
Primary objective, Major, is to find out why they're attacking.
Da.
He's probably a rube.
So, but yeah, the Spartan, which I imagine he probably picked the edgiest looking Spartan in the Fusiliers, which is probably painted all black.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It was the nighttime camo one. Unfortunately, you're in space.
yeah. So, but specifically because Ivan's trying to go for more of an imposing presence. So, but Ivan flicks on the outside speakers and is like, "Greetings, prisoner. So, I am Major Ivan Suranova, and you and I are going to get to know one another quite well."
Yes, I'll get to know you when I snap your tiny neck with my fingers.
Bold claim from somebody who had his ass kicked halfway across space.
Bold claim for a tiny monkey.
And yet look who is in chains. Look who is stuck on his knees, prostrate. Now, let's start simple, shall we? What is your name and rank?
And he just kind of looks up at you and goes, "Have you not heard of the great Chiron?"
It's the name of a color from America back before the war started. He says over the comms to.
Can't say that we have. You must be very small if you have very small. So, in terms of influence, if we haven't heard of you.
Mm.
Then again, giant idiots rarely make the history books.
You know what, Ivan? Do you want to make me like a social check? Because this sounds like you're trying to play him.
Okay. I will go ahead and
I could totally tell you I have
Play it.
never heard of him because I've heard nothing from these people except Micronians die.
Die.
Okay.
I don't even know
So-
what that is. I'm assuming that's me.
All right, so I am going to be. So I will go ahead and roll Grand Presence and Ironclad Strategy because he's coming in with intent and is purposely trying to goad this guy.
All right, go ahead.
You also get +2 to your next roll if you choose to use it.
+2 d6.
I believe so. Ask our RRM, right? Unless you
Yeah,
want,
because he's.
unless you want us to save it for battles later.
I mean, you can use it now if you want.
Okay. I will take one of those. 76, and then here. I'm trying to remember how to play, guys. It's been so long.
Remember, you get a roll.
So I lead from the front without fear to show my subordinates how it's done. So is this kind of in my element, maybe?
I wouldn't say this is in your element, but you're definitely not out of your element. So you'll still be rolling for 5s.
Okay, so it's 76.
Greater than 5.
Let's see if this panned out.
4 successes.
So 4 successes.
You kind of see a twitch in his eyes. He goes, "Not even you, my cronians, would be that stupid as not know me, Chiron, warlord under the command of Bretai. I was called out here simply to destroy you."
Warlord. Big and scary, but stupid.
You dare!
I
mock
dare.
me.
I do. Because I'm the one who blew up half of your attacking force. I blew up 2 of your ships. Using using one of my fun lads over there, as he gestures back with the Spartan to the Russian monster. You sir, are very, very poor with your tactics.
Just like how you are poor with how you use the battleship, the battle fortress.
So, well, it's very clear that we don't need a battle fortress to kick your ass. So,
Oh, yeah.
And he kind of bites down a little bit, and he at this point he's kind of starting to clam up again.
so, Chiron, warlord. And you have a leader above you, too. Very interesting. So, let's go with next easy question. What brings you and your people out to our little corner of the galaxy?
And at this point, he kind of looks almost confused for a second before he starts laughing a little bit. You can't be serious. You're asking us the question about what we're here for, and we've been hunting you this entire time. Are you that stupid, monkey?
Not just thorough. So, you're after the ship.
Yes, the battle fortress.
Okay.
And
Why?
we will have it.
I doubt it.
You see that even the monster behind him starts.
As the monster swings back and forth. No.
No.
I doubt it. But why is this fortress so interesting to you? Obviously, you have many ships. Certainly, you didn't come out here for a dinghy.
Been with us for a long time before they showed up too.
That just shows how little you know about the battle fortress. And how little you know about us.
So, and ignorance is not a problem if we try to resolve it. We discover more things every day.
To
Like
think somehow this was rebuilt by your hands and you don't even know how it works.
and yet it still manages to defeat you at every turn. And like we're watching as the Spartan just kind of paces in front of him, just like the he and Ivan specifically like utilizing like the side windows to look out of the cockpit, but make it not apparent where the cockpit is exactly sitting. So what? But that brings us back to the question: why is this fortress so important to you?
Why would I tell you that if I know that you don't know anything about it?
Tell him that when they arrived in orbit around our planet, before we even had control of this fortress, it fired on them. We were not in command at the time.
And so, you must realize that when you popped over our planet, that this fortress acted of its own accord, that it fired upon you without our knowing willingness to do
You didn't even
so.
know it could do that.
So why the aggression? Why not send ambassador or whatever one of your smarter people are called?
Give me 1 second.
I have a feeling he's rolling stuff in the background, folks.
I might be rolling things in the background. Who knows?
No,
Who
he
does
would
number
never-
2 work for?
He would never do that.
Number 3. Obviously, number 2 works for number 3, while number 5 works for number 7. That just seems like the simplest way to go about it. Wouldn't you agree?
Because 687 and 789.
Mm-hmm. But after a second, he just kind of looks at you and goes, "Why would we wait? Why would we waste?" Sorry. And why would we send one of our orators out here to talk to a race that is below us? Besides, if you've known anything, if you've learned anything about us, it should be that we are very good at conducting war.
What I've learned is that you're very shitty at it. Nothing but conscript tactics. Or maybe that's just because you're a shitty tactician.
Oh,
And that
trust
you are a
me.
warlord.
Trust me, my cronian. This is not even a single % of our forces.
So instead of warlord, you're instead errand boy then. If they're not
No,
worthy of your time, you've been sent out to this backwater to pick up a toy.
you have no idea how important it is to recover this, but at the same time, I may have just wanted to come out here to enjoy killing you, my cronians.
So
And even if you were to kill me or kill as many others, eventually the rest would come and, well, your planet would probably not survive.
I have my doubts about that. So and then the Spartan kind of full on turns towards him and is like, "So you are some kind of bloodthirsty cretin. In fact, maybe most of your race is."
Oh, don't compare me to the rest of those sniveling idiots.
Oh, so you are the local moron then.
Your attempts to rise me again will not work, my cronian. Though I will ask you this. You seem rather confident in your ability to stop us. You might be able to stop 4 or 5 ships, but how about 100 at once? 200? 1,000? Do you think you alone could stop them all?
No, but I doubt you have that many ships.
And remind
Oh,
him that the ship itself will not surrender.
Besides, this ship never surrender.
Oh, I bet it would with the right kind of leverage, but I wouldn't want to do that. I'd rather just crush you all between my boots. But besides that, you seem to understand nothing. 1,000 ships was the initial scouting force sent out here. And he seems dead serious at this point, with a smile across his face like a psychopathic murderer about to skin a puppy. Also, Captain, can you give me a roll to observe thing?
To what?
To observe a thing?
Yes, I can. It's the kind of the thing I do.
Hey, I just want to make sure. I just want to see how observant the captain's being right now.
I'm going to roll machinations because
Mhm.
I took that for this type of reason. And counter position. Because
Sounds
adept
good.
negotiator won't work because I'm not actually talking.
Unfortunately.
Right, so that's 6 dice on 5 ups.
Mm-hmm.
All right. TN5s.
Nice.
That's
Nice,
six
that's
successes.
successes. All right.
Nice.
So you notice that, like, as he's drawing this out, he is very, very seemingly carefully trying to pry at one of the things trying to hold him down, and it seems to be giving way.
So the monster's lights flare on,
Mm.
and the cockpit doesn't open. Or actually, it would. It would. And he'll stand up. He'll say, "Our race's name is called humans. What is yours?" And stop fidgeting before you get shot.
This seems to kind of get him to stop a little bit, and he takes his hand off of the thing, but at the same time, he just looks and goes, "It matters not what your race is called, Micronian. That's what you are. And for us, we are the Zentradi."
Thank you. Are you needing to return to your vessel for it to attack us some more, or do we have to dump you out the porthole before they resume attacking?
Well, a proud Zentradi warrior would not care for someone caught. In fact, they are probably already planning the next encounter right away.
So it's dishonorable to surrender like you did.
It
Technically.
just. No, you were trying to grasp at straws, Micronian.
No, I'm just trying to understand if your culture mirrors one of our own, which it does. And we understand it because we've had a couple hundred on our planet where you have apparently one really, really weird one because you got the tall thing going on. Anyway, never mind me. He does the hat thing, He goes,
He just kind of glares at you.
we'll make sure we send your picture out and let your people know you're here and you're safe and you're going to get what is the word? In one of our warrior cultures, they called top knots. You do to move to hairpiece, and it was shown that you had lost all honor. So we're gonna tell them basically that version of that happened to you because you're happy here and everything's a-okay. Our new best friend, the Crayola guy, and he's shuts the cockpit and turns the lights back off.
He seems just confused at everything you just said there.
Mm-hmm. We didn't even intend for it to translate well.
So, but like after Ivan lets the moment pass for a moment, and then he turns over to Chiron and is like, "So, who is your leader? Who leads the Zentradi people?"
And he kind of thinks on it, giving a very smug kind of thinking look, and goes, "Well, it seems I've forgotten."
Oh, what a crying shame. And like we watch as the Spartan lets out, it just backhands him across the jaw with a big metal hand.
And he kind of just smirks a little bit and be like, "Do you really think that would give me or would tell me how to, or rather, do you think that would be the thing that jogs my memory?"
Yeah, we don't underestimate percussive maintenance.
Always
But
useful.
but
How
we
about
will
I
give you
ask you a question?
go.
Change things up. What was that sonic weapon you used during the last battle?
Yeah, well, you'd like to know. We have so much fun testing new toys. That's the thing about us humans. We innovate, we adapt, we overcome.
Tell them we invented it because of our first meeting with them. We didn't exist before we met the Zentradi.
So, But you posed a very interesting problem for us, so we decided to get creative. Just like we are constantly getting more and more creative. So
Hint
as
that we
he
had
and then
studied
he
a dead body and we figured out their weakness via that.
so
He's literally typing everything that's been said, like the race name is in all the computers. It's going to be updated by the time this conversation is done. It's not unknown. They're all Zentradi.
yeah, so but and then like the Spartan kind of leans in a little bit, looming as it gestures back towards the Russian monster. We find ways to make the guns on this one make bigger boom. Last time I fired its cannons, I took out 3 of your ships. Next time, we're banking it on it taking out 10s.
That would still not even make a dent in our numbers, Micronian.
But 1,000 of these? They're very common where we're from. So the thing
If
about
they're
the
so
humanity,
common, how come we've only seen 2 or so? There can't be more than 5 on this ship.
well, I'm not talking about the ship. I'm talking about our planet, which we are going to make it to before you have a chance to do much. Because if you could bring your entire fleet to bear, you would have by now. You would have done so around Jupiter. And instead, you let us jump away. So either you're letting us lead you along, or you don't have the muscle to back up your claims.
Or they just didn't think you were worth that much.
Or you hear him lean like into the mic real close. Or perhaps they're not as organized as they say they are. If they're a warrior culture, they may have multiple little bosses, and they got one big guy like me that's all charismatic. This is coming from the guy that you used to hate. I'm charismatic. That's what I am.
Wait, are you saying that like to where Chiron could hear, or is it just
No,
directly to him? Okay.
Directly
Yeah.
to him.
No. No, it's not that you didn't think we were worth it. I'm onto something. You are the errand boy. You are not high enough on totem pole. You claim warlord, but warlord to your people must mean something different to ours. Must be very low rank.
Ironically, out of game real quickly, the warlord rank is equivalent to the 2nd lieutenant. For all of those who are, wondering, where on this game this stacks, yeah, no, he's basically a 2nd lieutenant who got a couple extra guys. That's it.
Big Archie.
Yeah, he's just a big Archie with less problems with women.
And
more
more
of an ego.
No, he technically has more problems with women.
Yeah, we
Oh,
don't.
yeah.
Let's say we don't know that.
Just
get out of
different kinds of problems.
But I feel like at that point he is going to do something, and I'm gonna roll something of his right now. Okay. So I had to check up on his things.
Who does number 2 work for?
Interesting. So
Who runs Zentradi Town?
yeah, but I feel like at this point, you see him kind of lunge, and you expect him to be caught by the chains, but instead it seems like he had weakened them enough, even after Colors had told him to knock it off, that he was actually able to break free, and he wraps the chain around your Spartan and pulls you close like a hostage.
Am I facing him?
You're facing away. No, I'm not letting you use the gun points on his face.
So
They've had enough time fighting you that they know where the weapons are on this thing. Well, most of them.
okay. Well then I'm going to do the smart thing.
Mhm.
I'm going to punch out.
So you're gonna pop the canopy and just like hop down?
I'm going to literally hit the ejection seat.
So GM's gonna time out here for real quickly. You know you're in an enclosed warehouse, right?
Yeah, but it's certainly a lot better than sitting in the grass of a giant Zentradi person.
I mean, true, but at the same time, there's a risk of ejecting straight up and into the roof and turning into giant Russian
Crunch.
guys flat.
Sardine can.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
That's just the GM
Yeah,
saying that hey,
okay,
this might be a
okay.
bad idea.
He's giving you
Okay,
a
I'll
moment
pop-
to consider.
So I'll pop canopy and I'll leap out into a combat roll. I'll probably take some damage from jumping from height, but
Yeah.
I'll be at
I'll
I
let you
will be
roll to
clear.
reduce the damage.
I will be clear. So that way the monsters can go to work on this guy.
Yeah. I'll let you do a roll to see how well you do that. Well, he's actually no, he can't roll anything. He can't respond to that. So yeah, go ahead and try to roll to reduce damage. Try
Okay.
not to die horribly.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this will be a counter position and ironclad strategy, because he was planning that, hey, if I get stuck, I was going to jump out of this anyway.
Okay. And so then the monsters fired their bombard cannons.
Yep. And I have
Kill
an idea to
half
help
the
him if
ship.
he rolls poorly.
I mean, I know what you're gonna do.
I'm not going to cancel his action, or I already said it.
Oh no,
This
no, no,
is-
no!
this
I
is
know
interesting.
that. I know what. I know what you're gonna do.
3 successes.
3 successes. All right, so I'll say that you're only gonna take like a brawl wound as you like hit your shoulder really hard when you land, but you kind of
I'll
roll
allow
through it. Yeah, you kind of like hit your shoulder and you kind of stumble as you're sprinting away from this, going, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh
Shoot
shit, oh shit.
him! Take his legs off.
And so the monster fires the reflex missiles. No, they've got
The
the auto
bombard cannon point blank range.
Blast 50. Okay, so the
The
Caps
city-
and the Russian are both dead. The
We did
There's a giant hole in the SDF-1, and the SDF-1 may or may not be destroyed.
Maybe.
I mean, you can roll for that, Captain. Go right ahead.
Oh, I mean, I'm going to shoot him. I'm not going to explode him.
Oh,
I technically don't want to kill him, but I definitely want to put a lot of hurt on him now.
Yeah.
Just as I
shoot-
said I would if he moved.
Shooting him in his
moved.
giant, shooting him in his giant kneecap.
I mean, do remember, you do have the push through, and the monster does ignore 1 armor when backhanding people.
I'm a
And
better
you do
shot
got-
than I'm a melee guy, though.
I mean,
I mean, a heavy autocannon.
So backhand him and then blow his kneecap out.
it's roll.
Let's see. Let me look at this. Oh,
He's got to actually look at the mech rules.
I have not looked at this very closely since I chose it. Oh, never mind.
Gotta
I
get
got,
up and dirty, boy.
I have no penalties to hitting somebody with
Yeah.
this thing. Its arms are so big, it just hits things if you wanted to.
It can also use. You can also probably use its push through equipment suite, which is 5 dice for smacking people.
Once it
I once
starts
used
moving.
it to impale a Zentradi battle pod on a monster cannon.
Yes. I'm just going to start stomping forward, and I'm just going to flatten everything in my path.
Oh god, this was a mistake.
And then once he starts this, he's literally going to go, 90% of that vehicle is empty. Now you're going to be 90% less bulky yourself.
All right.
He'll stop it like right below the groin area if
Yeah.
he manages to hit this.
All right. So roll for it. The other monster will be
back.
attempting to do something to the similar effect,
Okay,
as they were
so
told that we want this guy alive, but bruising is optional.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with precise targeting since I'm actually saying I'm going to stop someplace.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think anything else really fits that I have.
I mean, hey, at least you get the 5 dice from push through.
Yeah, so that'd be. I'm trying to make sure I can maximize my potential.
Yeah.
Counter position. There we go.
Hey.
So that's 6 plus 5. And what?
That's 6 successes.
Yep.
So that's 11 dice. And what's my 5 up?
Yep.
All right. Oops. Why did it do that?
You forgot to put the number after the greater than.
It didn't ask me to. That was weird. There we go. 1, 2, 3,
And
6s.
so
So 7 successes.
13 total successes. Okay, yeah. And you guys are both specifically going for non-lethal.
Mostly.
Just making sure, right?
Removing his ability to walk for a long time is preferable.
It's technically non-lethal, also.
Mm-hmm.
But
We'll
yeah,
go
no,
with
like, so he's going to get his He's going to get a defense roll against this, and he does have a little bit of bonus because he does have cover in the form of a Spartan.
I'm probably going to end up building new legs out of Spartan parts. That
You could just turn him into a Spartan.
he's just because of pilot Spartan, just sit on his
We
top
just
of his head.
no. We need
pull
to
his
just go
hair.
grab the two biggest trees out of the Macross City and just give them 2 peg legs.
A cart to roll on. He only needs half of himself.
Why would he need to move if you guys are just holding him in one area?
I can't give him back without some form of fake legs to embarrass him and his command more. If they kill him because he came back as a capture, that's on their name. This guy's made it amusing to me now.
All right. Wow. That's
Kind of plotting a hostage exchange joke.
Okay, either he rolled really good or really, really shit.
actually the first one, but I mean it's not enough to really, completely stop the damage. I'm not going to say, well, he takes no damage, guys, because that's not what happens. So you start like doing this, and he basically takes the Spartan and he shoves it and throws it at the Russian monster as the Spartan nearly trips and crushes Joe. Luckily, Joe is sprinting fast enough and going shit enough that it misses completely, and he doesn't run in a straight line. I bet.
No,
He runs
he
to the
does
side
not.
of the room.
Serpentine.
He didn't
I
go
mean,
to the
we're
Prometheus
talking
school
about
of
a
running away?
Russian artilleryman. He's used to running from counter artillery.
Yeah. So you manage you unlike people in movies don't run in a straight line, so you don't get crushed to death. Though the Russian monster is knocked for a loop as one of the autocannons starts going off due to both the pilot getting roughed up and accidentally pulling the trigger, and you see a couple rounds go through the roof of the warehouse. Doof, doof, doof. Joe now has tinnitus.
There's Joe-sized holes in the ceiling now.
Yeah, Joe now has tinnitus,
Oh, no.
unfortunately.
Mop.
Already had tinnitus.
Mop. But
Vodka and a
Your
good night's sleep
monster.
could be fine.
your monster, luckily he wasn't able to completely stop as he grabs the shoulders of the monster, but you just keep walking and you step on his toes and then you like shatter his left shin. And
I'll stop.
he's
I'll
like
stop at the knee.
Yeah, he's like screaming, and he is basically barely holding on to your monster, but he seems determined to not let go. Even though one of his shins is destroyed and both of his feet are crushed.
I am going to make sure I return you to your people in the most embarrassing manner possible. and he's going to put this over the speakers.
Mhm.
We're going to make you the prettiest lady that we've ever built. You're going to have the most beautiful hair, most beautiful painted nails. You will be a star, which means somebody very popular in our language. And we'll tell them everything you've told us that we didn't know. I asked you nicely to behave, and we would have let you go, most likely, with little damage done to you so you could come back and try to regain your honor. Now I hope your boss, because I'm pretty sure you are a nobody compared to the people that's actually in charge of these fleets, will not keep you alive long enough to question you because you're so disastrously wrong. Please lay back so I can stop hurting you now. And he'll start to lift the other leg to step further.
Well, he'll kind of fall backwards, but with a rather confused look upon his face as he goes, "Lady, you dress me up like our other counterparts."
Our species is dual gendered. I assume that means yours is not.
The Zentradi would never be caught dead on board a female ship.
That answers more than you actually wanted to give me. Thank you. We'll see that you don't die from this if you behave.
Yeah,
And
he's like
maybe,
gritting through the pain as he's
and
doing
hopefully, if you continue to behave, I will not embarrass you to the point where your leaders shoot you in the face.
This is also the point where Ivan, through his helmet comms, clips over to him. You should also inform him that if he tries this kind of stunt, we will remove both legs and both arms, so that way then he becomes so compliant, and then we won't kill him. We'll just leave him in the pod to beg.
My more intelligent commanders have asked me to remind you that at any moment we are likely to remove your arms and legs. I won't do that. I've already removed enough to embarrass you forever for what you were asked politely not to do. And I didn't shoot you beforehand, which I think you would have done to your own prisoners. However, your other leg is now belongs to me. You did a very fancy maneuver and protected the other leg from the same damage this one got. And I have great respect for brave men. Stay brave, not stupid, however, and keep your other leg. I don't want to give it to one of my men as a trophy. And he'll put his foot back down on the ground.
Yeah, he'll kind of let go at this point as the pain starts overtaking him, and he'll kind of fall backwards with a very thunderous boom.
So I'll back the monster off to try not to cause any more damage, and I'll call the other securities in and start backing towards the original spot.
The other securities at the door, like guns ready. They're like, "We'll kill him right now, sir." You know that stuff as they heard the auto cannons fly off. Which, unfortunately, you'll have to explain that one later.
Yep. Standing orders, gentlemen, and he'll say this over the speakers first. Speaker and comms for everybody. That's standing orders for the prisoner is non-lethal takedowns. He has been told and informed that if he causes ruckus again, he has forfeited everything from the knee down on both legs instead of just one. Do not do this without informing me, because I will be here to do it. This is my responsibility now. I have started this. It was supposed to be a simple interrogation. He pushed it too far. Now it's my ball game.
Was there anything left of the Spartan unit? Like,
Spartan.
Could I realistically climb back into the Spartan and get back up?
It's not like they're made out of explodium where he shoves it into something else and it just
You've seen this show. Everything's made of explodium.
I ask because the Russian monster jeeped over it.
If there's not a named PC in it, it's made of explodium.
The Russian monster was moving forward to, get in line with the captain, but unfortunately, the Spartan kind of hit it and knocked it off balance, which sent the shots wild.
And as he gets ready to, have someone replace him in the monster, he'll go back again across the comms right before, as he's opened the cockpit to stare at him with his own eyes. My name is Captain Colors. I am the commander of the Super Dimensional Fortress 1, what you call the Battle Fortress. You will report to me. If there's any issues you have, you will ask the guards for me, and I will return, and we can talk as civilized creatures until the time that you conquer us or we conquer you. If you do not, I will keep my promise, and I will send you home as the prettiest creature that will ever get shot in the face. And then he'll start dismounting from the monster to leave.
Again, you'll hear him mumble to himself, which is basically like normal people talking voice for his
For
people
us, it's
size at this
loud.
point. Yeah, it's like no, no, but really, it's like, man, why is that guy, that kind of thing. But instead, it's he's just like, what the heck? What in the world is pretty?
So
Cultural shock.
But yeah, you're able to get back into the Spartan, and unknowingly, Danny Loveman kind of just shoves it off of her eventually. Luckily, you're inside at that point, Mr. Russian.
yeah,
And
and
you
it just kind of
stumbles backwards.
Well, that was enlightening. And just like it flexes, so and it just flexes a little bit, and it's just like, all right, let's get out of here. There's much to discuss.
Danny Loveman eventually gets the monster back up and kind of, just, calms green, as understood. As is there anything else left with the prisoner, Captain?
He's not going to say anything else to him, but he will call the scientists and medical teams to, be ready for the moment the prisoner promises the guards he's not going to move, so they can make sure he doesn't die from this. Because he could technically bleed out, but it would take a while.
I mean, you did basically just atomize his, left shin underneath a monster leg.
Yay, dwarven atom smasher!
I may have hurt him a wee bit more than I started this with intentions to, because I was going to hopefully do a bad cop. I'm like, stop, no, don't hurt him. Instead, I'm the one that hurt him. So that didn't work. So my halo's a little tarnished right now.
It's right next to the bottle of alcohol in the cockpit.
Yeah, it fell off.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, it's not halo. I'm the good guy here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't shoot him in the face. I mean, come on.
You didn't choose the renegade option. You chose the lesser renegade option.
Yeah, I got the 1 point of karma loss instead of the 5.
So,
but no,
But,
pretty much
with
what
that,
he'd do.
You got, he's very stubborn, and eventually you do get a report that he passed out, and then they brought medical teams in.
Works for me.
And
please
while
tell
to
me they
recover
had
that
to
blood.
amputate the rest of that leg.
they have no idea. The shipboard doctors are having to tell Veritech pilots what to do with, basically Veritech-sized tourniquets and stuff.
Aircraft cable.
Yeah, basically.
Pretty much a arrestor cable from an aircraft.
Mm-hmm. And you guys are able to get back to your positions, and Matt, you eventually hear the bridge open up, and again the captain slips up onto the bridge.
Oh, that's a good idea. He'll
open.
wave. If Mats comes out at all, he's gonna wave him over.
The door opens, like when he hears the door open, he like peeks out, just like
see him.
just sort of like okay. Takes his headphones off, puts them on the table, comes out of the door, looking for over to the captain.
I've got good news, son. And he takes his hat off, sits behind his chair.
Oh, really?
Your music is now considered an enemy weapon.
Really?
Yep. We had an enlightening chat with our large gentleman, and he asked us how we came up with the sonic weapon we employed in the last 2 battles.
I don't know.
The only thing in the last 2 battles we did that was unique was you played music that was able to be picked up by their comms.
I don't know where to find Whether to be insulted by his taste in music or relieved we've got something that works.
It emboldens our troop and it disavows them of the ability to function properly. So we're going to go with the win here. That's going on your record. You've developed an anti-Zentradi, as I have found out, weapon.
Zentrod, is that what they
That's
call
what they
them?
call themselves.
Huh.
They're apparently all large, and everyone that's not large they call micronians as a insult.
Huh.
You can create a press release of some of the transcripts if you want.
Uh,
In fact,
can
that is what I want. I want you to head up the PR for this type of thing. 'Cause we're obviously going to need that with the civilians downstairs.
Are you sure we should be telling them all of
No,
this?
Not right now, but we have to start developing this. The more
Right.
of them we interact with, eventually the odds are we're going to have an Alex Matz amount amongst them that isn't, oh, I want to kill everybody. Oh, in the version they're going to be like, oh, these guys aren't miniature idiots. They're people like us, just small. So the odds are in our favor that we're going to find maybe not nice. They're a warrior culture, pretty obviously. So there's going to be some less aggressive versions of them that we might stumble across.
Hmm.
And apparently, fun note, they don't like their females. So much so that they find it horrible to think about serving on a ship with the females in Zentradi. And the females have their own fleet.
That's different.
It's very weird, but I mean, we've seen it in our cultures as something similar where women were not allowed. Stupid, but we did it in our world too.
Well,
And at this point, there's someone rushes up onto the bridge. It's one of the off-duty officers.
Mm-hmm.
And sir, I'm sorry to bother you, but Lisa Hayes was hurt during when a shell went off in town.
a shell?
Yeah, he got loose, and we had to subdue him. How bad is she hospitalized or?
She's definitely in the hospital. They were taking her into surgery.
Okay, I'll head there now. Thank you.
And of course, the rest of the bridge crew is like, "Wait, what happened?" And everyone's
And
kind of worried.
He'll put his hand up. I will inform you everything that's going on with her as soon as I get eyes on it. Stay relaxed. She's stronger than most of anybody on this ship besides the robots. So just relax. Keep your eyes on your stations. I will let you know. And I will not sugarcoat it. I will tell you exactly what's happening. And 90% chance she's going to be fine. But let me get down there. Relax. And he puts his hat back on and he leaves the bottle this time. Like he doesn't walk off with a glass in hand. He's standing straight. He is picture a professional.
Duty mode.
Yep. Serious duty. Any other Mats?
Yes, sir.
Get working on the press release.
Yes, sir.
You have
And I
the
look
bridge.
forward to your next song. Walk off.
He sort of when he says next song, he sort of winces because, oh no.
He'll pause at the door.
Would you call it writer's block?
Take a
Well,
walk,
yes.
son.
So do I have like a packet of papers or something on my desk from I'm asking sort of in general, do I have like the press release material now, or am I going to be getting that sent by email?
You
type it
like out of game, you probably have since you're in charge of just general communication stuff and being the face of the ship now.
At least it's a military side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, you probably have at least the ability to requisition that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we have all the major military documentation on record. So, I mean, you probably just, at the worst, your character would have to be like, well, that sounds too robotic. So we'll change this part of it.
Yeah. So before I
It
go
was
on
a
a walk,
training exercise, everyone.
yeah, It was a joint training exercise with our new Zentradi ally. He was very cooperative.
I like
He
it. We
only
gotta
fired
leak
off
that out
3.
too.
Oh well, obviously it's a psyop.
Yep.
But no, before I go on a walk, I'm gonna go over to my console in my office, sort of
Mhm.
send in requisition for the documents, and I'm gonna check my inbox, see if I've gotten any more information from those Russians.
No, unfortunately, seems the
Oh,
Russians
those
have
Russians.
not been sending you any info. Though you do have a email from Minmay.
Oh, I'll open it up.
Turns out she's actually been hired onto a studio, and she's going to be making music and movies. And she's actually they're actually working on filming a new movie now.
Boy,
Best character ever.
yeah. Well, we might as well get this out of the way. I want to go see what's going on down there.
Right.
And we're gonna hop over to Fayt for a quick second. Fayt, what would you have to be doing after all of this stuff and possibly hearing 3 random monster shells explode in the middle of town?
Boom.
Well, I probably think we're under attack.
I mean, it was heavy autocannon shells.
So more like daka daka daka.
They're rather
Yeah, no,
rare.
don't worry. There was a thing of a short time after all of that happened that there was a training malfunction with one of the destroids. We are not under attack. We are sending out emergency aid.
Well, then I just think someone's really stupid.
Not wrong.
I mean,
So
both are
what's
equally
stupid in that argument?
likely.
That's well, where would I have been when this all was going on? Like from the hospital and stuff. Like if I was going back towards.
This would probably been about 2 hours later, maybe.
Oh. You know what? I'm going to go to the. Well, was the arcade blown up in the whole thing at the time?
Oh no, the arcade was fine.
All right. Well, I'll go there, try to blow off some steam and whatever, and kick that person's butt with a high score or whatever that was on my simulator.
Mm-hmm. And so as you're heading down there, though, one of the phone robots is wheeling over as it's looking around and screaming your name as obnoxiously as possible. Phone call
Love those
for
things.
Melody Jacobs. Phone call for Melody Jacobs.
Melody
Over here.
Jacobs.
Over here.
Phone call.
Yeah.
In that obnoxious, harsh, robotic tone.
Yeah, and it kind of turns over to you and wheels over to you very aggressively before coming to a screeching halt right in front of you.
I hate these things.
Do you pick up the phone?
Yes.
Okay. On the other line is a rather fancy-looking gentleman in the sense that he looks like he's wearing a very expensive clothing. You think it probably looks a little more gaudy than anything. And he just kind of looks over and he kind of looks at you and goes, "So you're Melody Jacobs, right?
Yes.
Well, since you're the one who won the Miss MACROSS competition, we're making a movie about you and all the soldiers, and you're going to be the lead actor."
I'm hanging up.
Wrong
Okay,
number. Click.
Yeah, wrong number.
Wow.
Jacobs.
Wow.
So
What makes
hang
it
up.
better is that you can't really dial a wrong number with these phones.
So the phone,
She starts doing the radio. We're breaking up.
You must be going through a tunnel or something.
so you hang up and then, you don't even make it 10 seconds before you start hearing phone call for Melody Jacobs.
Oh,
And the
boy.
robot's starting to follow you at this point because you're the last person that knows Melody
Do
Jacobs.
they have off switches on these things?
Yeah, but you gotta find him with a pistol.
I can do that.
It's middle of the screen. It's about 3 inches deep.
Can I run? I'll have this thing follow me.
I don't
Can I
think they're
run and
very.
duck into the nearest building?
I don't think they're very fast.
I
Probably.
can just see this wheeled screen of the animated phone ringing.
back
Melody
here.
Jacobs. Melody Jacobs.
Your legs are spinning like a
Four of them.
cartoon.
Yes. But I'm
it's just
taking off as fast as possible.
Every time you pass one,
going
another
around
one
a corner
adds.
and going into the nearest building I possibly can to get away from the screaming machine.
Okay.
It's the movie studio.
Phone call for Melody Jacobs. Phone call for Melody Jacobs.
Mhm.
In
Don't call
that
me
case,
Jacobs.
how about you roll me something for diving into, trying to dive in as quickly as possible without this thing
Okay,
noticing
I'll
where you are.
go
You have to-
flash move. Unpredictable.
Yep. Yep. Got it.
And
Scappy, come on.
escape artist.
All right, that works.
I like the idea of her running into the very room where the guy is. Oh
You
man.
would.
Yeah, okay.
And
It's
I'm gonna
hilarious.
say you're gonna be you're gonna be rolling for 5s.
Okay.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. Yeah. No dead air. Keep talking. Silverworth. Silverworth on late. How are the ladies out there tonight? Oh,
So,
yeah.
I just imagine him now running like a DJing a radio station, like while he's stuck in the hospital. Silverworth After Dark. Alternatively, Silver Squadron After Dark.
No, it would totally be Silverworth After Dark.
Yeah,
You're right.
Let's
Let's
be
be
real
It's
here.
not that small.
You're on with the
Yeah.
Silver Fox, taking your calls now.
He's gotten three calls and 2 of them from Chuck.
successes.
One from his mom.
4, 6.
Yep.
All
4
right,
successes.
yeah. So you're able to dip and dive, and you dive into. You dip, dive, and dodge.
I dodged a wrench. I can dodge a robot.
And you dive into some building, and you hear the robot going past as it goes, phone call for Melody Jacobs, phone call for Melody Jacobs, phone call for Melody Jacobs. And eventually it just fades off into the distance, going the last way you had been. And
Good work.
the building that you entered into, you kind of look around, is at first it looks like it's kind of abandoned, and then you kind of hear some noise in the back, like a can falling over.
Okay, gonna go explore because I don't want to go out right away and run into that robot. So even if it's a rat or something, better than that robot.
First rule in scary movies. Come on.
Yeah.
First rule of scary movies is
Go
have your
towards
pistol
the
out.
noise. Go towards the noise. That's the first rule.
Split the party. Run upstairs. Go towards the noise.
Hide in the
Well-
closet.
Always leave your
Sit
weapon
up for this.
behind.
Yep.
But as you start going deeper into this building, it looks like it's one of those buildings that have been partially damaged by the transformations before. There's no power coming to this building. The lights are off, and the only light that's actually really coming in is from the doorway you had. Horror setting, I know. And as you starting to move forward and you start moving to one of the back rooms, as you look in, there's a sizable hole going down into the ship. Doesn't look like it goes down too far from what you can see, but it's pitch darkness down there.
Okay.
And you hear some noise coming from down there. And at first it sounds almost like skittering, but as you're kind of listening a little bit, it's heavier. It's like heavy skittering.
And there's no light down there.
There's no light down there. The only light was from the front door, and you can barely peer down there.
Heavy skittering in a hole.
Mhm.
That's yeah, that can't be good.
What are you talking about? That's never been a bad situation for anyone before.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to go into the pitch black darkness. I don't care.
Man, there goes my plot. No, I'm joking.
And it's Alien RPG time.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so
I
I'm
stepped
gonna
to
meet
the
you all in
wrong.
the
I stepped to the wrong game.
Face hugger.
But as you're kind of looking around and hearing, trying to listen, you hear from behind you, "Hey, who are you?" Do you turn to look?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the 3 people that you see there, when you turn, you see that there are 3 people. there's this kind of shorter guy with a little bit of a darker skin tone, and he's kind of got brazzly, kind of darker hair color. And he seems to like be in front of them. He's kind of like asking the question. And then you've got this taller guy with purple hair who that seems kind of being one of those goth emo styles that's covering half his face. And he's kind of looking also very confused. And you've also kind of got this little more portly gentleman behind them who's got rather flared out hair instead of it coming like up and out or being rather scraggly. It's kind of coming out. And they all kind of look at you, and all three of these guys are kind of just looking at you as they're carrying in like some food or something and some cans and bags. I'm like, what are you doing here?
I could ask the same thing.
And they kind of look between each other. Like, but we're staying here because our place was destroyed during the transformation.
I haven't seen you around. Not that I know everybody around here, but
Yeah, there's a lot of people around.
I know. I was caught off guard, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, they're kind of all eyeing you like, who are you? But they're trying to keep it friendly. It's like, well, if you don't mind, we'd like to have our spot back to make some dinner.
So where are you living exactly? I don't see any accommodations.
Well, we were kind of holed up here right now, just because things didn't exactly go well with the last transformation. You know, a lot of buildings went missing, and us three, we were, we're kind of trying to make the best of the situation. You know.
So what's in the hole?
I don't know. We haven't been down there.
Haven't seen anything come up out of it?
No.
Well, I don't know what's down there, but maybe we should all leave together.
Well, where are we going to stay if we can't stay here?
Oh, they've been putting people up in much nicer areas for the people who have been affected by the transformation.
You mind showing us to where we were supposed to go? We asked around, and they just they didn't really have that many people around to tell us where to go.
Well, why don't you guys come with me, and we'll get you set up somewhere much nicer than here.
You know, they kind of talk amongst themselves, kind of glance over to you, and they're like, "Well, all right, that sounds good." Now, though, as you start walking out, you hear the very distant noise of a robot tipping over, and with a very faint phone call for Melody Jacobs. Phone call for Melody Jacobs. Before someone picks up the phone, just writes it up, picks up, and hangs up.
Pooh-hoo.
Shut up! Yeah.
Right?
And I think we're gonna end the session there. Was you kind of lead these three
Weirdos.
these three weirdos out towards one of the places where affected people are being taken.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, I think we'll end the session as the camera pans out. Oh, is there something you want to say, Lucas?
I just, the picture I got in my mind, it doesn't have to be. I just love that they walk off screen and there's the robot that someone walks up to and come back in and just annoyingly picking it up and hanging it up. It's so mad because the audience feels the same way about it.
The thing is, right after they slam the phone down, it starts again.
Yep.
And then they push the robot over, and then it changes to help, I fall, I can't get up.
Error.
But with that,
Mobile distress call.
Yeah, orbital distress call. Calling the Zentradi.
Okay.
But no, with that, I want to say thank you for everyone for showing up and enjoying Robotech the MACROSS Saga. Been hoping to do a little more roleplay, less roleplay. And, yeah, so I'm going to probably be streaming hopefully tonight or tomorrow, or on my own Twitch, twitch.tv/Harukajunko. But besides that, that's all my plugs that I'm going to throw in. I'm going to throw it to eeny, meeny, miny, mo, Fayt.
Fate, I play Melody, and thanks for playing, guys. It's always fun, and thanks for anybody who's watching. And just want to wish everybody a nice long holiday weekend. If you're doing anything, stay safe, stay healthy. You I only play here for now, and thank you, Luke, for hosting it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Haruka, for not killing us horribly this time, or trying
I,
to.
I'm saving that for next time.
Yes, well, I'm
Those-
sure we'll die horribly at some point.
Those three dudes are Zentradi, and they're gonna take you out. Just watch out.
But that's all I got. So I'm tossing it over to Mr. Colors over there.
Alrighty. Thank you, Fate. I am Soundwavesghost. I play stuff on the internet occasionally. I'm here on Tuesdays, literally every Tuesday. Next week's Tuesday will be me in the pilot seat of Alien RPG by Free League Publishing. So I'm looking forward to hopefully getting to the third map of, or the second map of the two maps that I planned for you guys on this one planet. It's taken a while. Things have gone astray. Thanks, Dice.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Dice.
on Fridays I do
Dice.
this, and for the next couple Thursdays, as long as everyone's able to meet, I'll be over on. I'm gonna point this way this time because I pointed this way for Lucas's channel when I mentioned it. Over on AP Gaming Reels channel, and his BattleTech season finale and campaign finale for that original BattleTech A Time of Total Warfare campaign. I'll be playing as Paul Colors
What?
as well. Odd, I use the same names over and over again. As a Lamb pilot, which is basically a weird copy of the Veritech fighters that was in BattleTech, where I fly around desperately trying not to get hit because in that system they die easy. And that's it. In this on this on the alternating Fridays for now. So as usual, thanks Lucas for letting us play. Haruka, thanks for running. This has been very fun. It's been neat to be the captain. Every time I tell someone about the fact that I'm a captain, they're like, "What about Goebbels?" And I said, "He was an old man." And I'm like, yeah, I can see that. So anyway, thanks for playing. And anybody who's watching, thanks for watching. Please support the guys who made this game if you have the money. It's worth it. They are really good at their products. They're a little slowed down on releasing new physical media right now because of all the COVID stuff, but they've got more coming in the wings. So please support them and have a good day. That's it for me. Over to Alex Metz.
Hey, I'm Mecha Meme. I play Alex. This is really the only thing I do as far as streaming goes, so I don't have anything to plug. So I'm going to pass it over that way, I think, to Major Ivan Suranova.
Why, thank you, Alex Metz. We got to get together again. You know, big Russian uncle for little music boy. But,
Jeez.
anyway, howdy, folks. I'm Jodo1025, aka Lucas's resident hobo, because I did just about everything he's got going on right now.
You need to start paying rent, sir. Yikes.
So
I did.
hey,
I paid mine his rent just a few minutes ago. That's what
I paid my rent. You get my salty gamer tears as the audience just tortures us.
That's true. They are delicious, by the way. Anyway.
So, but yeah, I played Ivan Suranova, the crazy Russian artillery officer, slash leader of the destroyed Fusiliers. When I am not on this show, I'm on one of Lucas's many other shows, including the Aliens RPG game as Corporal Joe Potensky, the smart gunner, or for Indigo Magic as Ralph McLeod. Or you can catch me on Thursdays here, on every other Thursday here as Richter Mercal, the halfling rogue for the Sunless Citadel. So yeah, I'm around. So if you stick around Lucas's channel, you can catch me here pretty frequently. But when I'm not here, you can catch me over on my own Twitch channel, twitch.tv/jojo1025, where I also do some RPG content, so namely for charity. So right now we have our long-standing series of Titans of Moran, a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition adventure. We had to postpone this week because suddenly everybody and their grandmother had stuff come up, so we had to postpone that session. But we will be back next Wednesday for the next episode on that, and the cast trying to figure out what do. But more importantly, though, tomorrow is when we debut at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I am debuting the new series on my channel, Blades in the Dark, Knights of Mischief. So, which for those of you who've also been around Lucas's channel, I got my start doing this whole streaming bit because this Yahoo over here pulled me into a Blades game, and then we went on for like 6 seasons. We went on for a long time, guys. But I have a wonderful cast. Most of them are Blaze of the Dark newbies, so it's going to be a very interesting game because when you give new people the keys to the kingdom, so to speak, it leads to very interesting places. So I'm really looking forward to that. Other news, in October we will be having some special sessions on my channel, namely because we raised over $1,000 for charity. So our Extra Life charity campaign is sitting at about $1,300 right now. We are on the road to $1,500 by December, and well, because we passed the $1,000 milestone, my Titans of Moran cast and the cast of my past show, Operation Cathedral, a Call of Cthulhu story, will be returning to do a session of each respective game in cosplay. So they will be dressing up as their characters. I have to figure out what I'm going to dress up for Titans of Moran. I might pick up one of the ye olde Dungeon Master costumes, like the OG Dungeon Master costume.
Just get a Dumbledore outfit and just change the hat.
Yeah, but
That's awesome though.
Bald cap. Oh wait, I don't need a bald cap. But and for Operation Cathedral, because it was demanded by my cast and I was outvoted, I will be GMing as the keeper of lore and fate, Red Stag in drag. So it's going to be very interesting. We're hoping to get that out in October, sometime around the Halloweeny time of year.
You're gonna be the prettiest girl.
Yep. But I also have one last announcement to make, and then I will pass it over to our host. But also coming to my channel fairly soon, there will be some more fundraising events. Those of you who know a little bit about me, I actually work in the entertainment industry, and right now we're kind of getting the crap kicked out of us. So I will be running some content to raise funds for the entertainment industry as part of the Red Alert initiative. So because our job as technicians and entertainment folk in real life, we were the first industry to stop, and we don't get started again for a long time, and we could really use the help. So I will have an official schedule for that and how you folks out there can help us do that coming relatively soon to my channel. So it's one of those things I'm actually coordinating with a few other folks who are in my industry to try to raise some money for our area. So keep an eye on that. But other than that, big thank you to my cast here to help me get back up to speed with Robotech. And then also big thank you to Harukajunko for Robotech mastering for this one and letting me help interrogate a big guy. So, and finally, big thank you to Lucas for letting me be the channel hobo and for letting me constantly be up here and have like 5 minutes of plug time because I have too much stuff going on. But with that, I turn us over to our noble host. And I hope everyone does well tonight.
I think what I'm gonna do is get another channel hobo and then pitch you guys together in a bum fight. That will be my charity
There
thing.
can
Who I-
be only one.
I was
Do
a
I get
channel
the-
hobo, but my schedule doesn't allow anymore.
Do I
you
get to
win-
bring my monster?
If you win, you get his cardboard box.
No, it's my cardboard box. Fuck off.
No, it's our cardboard box.
Fight me.
Screw
I'm bigger
that, I
than
run a
you.
game here.
I
Oh,
get the
this-
wrapping paper.
This went downhill real fast. Oh boy, what did you do, Lucas? Oh man. All right. Well, that's it. That's enough. All right. So we thank you. Thank you for watching us tonight. Thank you for being here, all you folks out there, and in YouTube land in the future. Consider subscribing if you have a little bit extra money. Promote to the channel, and thank you for those who did donate your bits at all. It goes right back to the channel to improve the quality, sound, the looks. There's things I got planned. Maybe eventually I might add
Plastic surgery.
Plastic, yeah. Well, most of that was covered by my wife's insurance.
It's a joke. I'm talking about because we're all dudes and we're just not good.
Well, yeah. I mean, I had to get a sugar mama to get this, so that's
I'm gonna let her know that.
that's real life Archie got the real life ultimate. Like I said, okay, never mind. I better not say it anymore. She knows. She knows who she is. Anyways, thank you, wife. I love you forever.
Stop hitting me.
Anyways, so that's it for us tonight. Thank you for all your time you spent here with us. We're going to take off now. We're going to go to sleep, and I'm going to go to work in the morning, doing those real job things. But, until we see you next week, Tuesday, and again on Robotech, I'd just like to say good night, God bless, and good gaming. We'll see you guys later. Peace. Robotech, back next week. I guess in 2 weeks.